Every time I jump on here, I feel like I'm yawning. But we back. We back and we in this thing. So yeah, holiday season, man. Holiday season in the barbering world. I hope everybody ready for the holidays, man. Holidays finna get crazy. It's finna get ridiculous out here. You're gonna get a bunch of stuff. You're gonna get a bunch of people trying to run scams and all kind of mess. I'm so damn tired, man. Hell nah. We seen what you did last week, man. Nah, bro. Nah, man. I'm just coming on here real quick just to holler at everybody, man. Now, I Cut My Way Out podcast. We haven't been on a live for a minute. Got a lot of stuff going on. It's just busy around this time of year. It's a lot of stuff to do. Got a lot of stuff to do. A lot of things to handle. It's getting busy. If you're cutting hair, you know how busy it is. You know what the grind look like right now. And it's just, it's not convenient for scheduling purposes to jump on every Wednesday. So we've been working, busy getting to it, trying to get as much done as we can get done. And make it happen. So boom, the reason I jumped on it tonight, right, is as you can see, I'm usually at the shop before I jump on, but I ain't even had the energy to go back to the shop. I just decided to post up in the living room, jump on a live, holler at y'all for about 30 minutes, and then I'm jumping off of here, take a shower, and I'm laying it down. So, can't wait till Friday. I look homeless. Hey, I can't wait till Friday either. Bro, I ain't seen you in a minute. I just cut Red not too long ago. You see Red finally cut it down. She ain't take the dreads off. She moved away from that. But she cut the way she was going to attach everything on. She cut all that down. But look, this is what I wanted to talk to y'all about, right? A couple things. First thing, no matter what you're doing, be careful out here. This is the time of the year where you're going to run into all the scammers. All the scammers, they out and they looking to dig in your pockets right now. So I'm going to tell you about a new scam. I'm actually in the process of editing together a video that I'm going to post to put people on game. Here go one of the new scams, right? Now, tell me if you've experienced this where somebody just out of the blue either text you or email you or hit you up on one of your social media platforms in your DM asking you if you're available to service a wedding party, or they got 8 to 10 choreographers or 8 to 10 dancers or performers or whatever, and they need a barber to service all 10 heads at the same day, or they got a wedding party and they need you to come service a full wedding party. You didn't heard that one before, right? Well, here's the new scam. Here's the 2023 scam. You'll get a random text from somebody and they'll call you by your barbering name because obviously this person don't know you. So they're getting your information off social media or wherever your information is public, right? They'll call you by whatever name you refer to on that to pretend to be familiar with you. They'll be like, oh, Shot, what's going on? And I got screenshots of a text thread from this very thing. And I got another barber in the shop who got a screenshot of the same thing. So they hit you up, yo, Shot, what's going on, bro? How you doing? I'm like, what's up, man? How you doing? What's the word? As a barber, you're not unfamiliar with getting texts or familiar sounding texts from random people because you just don't save every number in your phone. It's too many numbers to save. So you just be professional. What's going on? How you doing? Boom. They hit you back. Hey, my neck been breaking out ever since you cut me last. So the first thing is, as a barber, you're going to be like, what? Damn. You're going to be like, oh, shit, that's terrible. That's bad for business. That little panic in your heart, that little heart going to be fluttering because the last thing you want to do is be known as the dude in your city that's done broke somebody's neck out or the dirty barber. So, boom. You're going to respond to it like, damn, for real, that's fucked up, man. I'm sorry about that, whatever your professional response is, right? Now, for me, it was a little different because I am certified. I got a certificate of completion over there for skin-specific services. So to text me and say that your neck is breaking out from a service you got from me, from a haircut you got from me, is like texting Popeyes and telling them that when you got your order, it ain't had nothing but McDoubles in it. It just 1 and 1 ain't equaling 2. The math ain't mathing, right? But anyway, I entertain it just so I can get the full scale of this scam so I can put people like you on game, right? So boom. Professional responds back, damn, man, I'm sorry to hear that. That's terrible. What are your symptoms? What are you feeling? Are you itching, burning? Is there any, I go through my whole spiel, right? I'm treating it just like it's an authentic person, because in the position of being a professional, you have to remain a professional no matter what the circumstances are. Because if you black out on somebody in any way, right? Word of mouth is the most powerful thing in this barbering industry. If someone takes a bad bead off something that you did, even if they just a bystander to a situation that you're part of, somebody being a bystander to a negative situation that you're a part of is a bad reflection on you as a professional. No matter what started that situation, no matter what initiated that situation, as a professional, you owe it to yourself and you owe it to your business to keep those priorities in mind first. That's your numero uno. Number one objective is to protect the identity and the integrity of your business, where you put your energy to feed your family. Off the rip. That's free game for somebody. So boom, you respond, I respond like that. So they respond back. Yeah, bro, I'm a new client. You cut me last week. Flag number 2. If you're going to break out from a cut, your hair typically starts to grow back after the 3rd day. After the 3rd day, any skin irritation is already going to start to show signs. You're going to feel some itching and burning or whatever you're going to feel. By the 4th day or the 5th day, you'd have called me. You'd have called me directly, right? And you wouldn't be texting me. It's the 3rd flag. You'd have got on the phone. Hey, something going on, something wrong. Is this something that you're familiar with? Anyway. Yeah, bro, I've been itching and I'm a new client. So my professional response is, now I'm fishing again to get the full scale of this scam. Well, man, I hate to hear that. I'm terribly sorry if anything is going on, but first and foremost, let me do what I can to help you. So send me your symptoms. Let me know what you're dealing with so that I can help you identify what it is. But in addition to that, please send me your appointment confirmation from last week. I'm having trouble putting a face with this phone number because, of course, the number not saved in my phone. You just said a name, a random ass name, right? I don't know you. So let me put a face with it. Now I'm testing the durability of your scam. If you somebody I actually serviced, then it's going to be in my books. It's going to be in my records. If you was a walk-in, you're going to tell me when you walked in. You're going to tell me the day. You're going to have more details. The conversation, the conversation is going to give me the information that I need to legitimize your story, right? This is another key in remaining professional. A lot of times you can sniff out bullshit just by getting people to talk. So boom. From this question alone, the response from the scammer was immediately aggravation and aggressiveness. It was, yeah, bro, I got pictures. I can send you pictures. And I'm from South Memphis. I don't want to fall out with you. So, quick backstory, right? Real quick backstory. I'm from the south side of Chicago. Been born and raised on the south side of Chicago. I went to Finger High School. If you don't know what that is, look it up. If you don't know where it is, look it up. Look up Finger High School in Chicago. Look up the history. I'm from 112th in between Princeton and Wentworth. Been there my whole life, the Roseland area. You don't know what that is? Look it up, right? So immediately, my professional gape is escaping me because now I want to respond to you like, Chicago kid. But again, keep your business first. This is what it's saying, mind your business come from. So, you from South Memphis, you don't want to fall out with me. I take that as a threat, right? But as a professional, I'm going to take it as unannounced ignorance, right? So I just say, okay, well, go ahead and make sure, just go ahead and send me your appointment confirmation. That way I can confirm everything and you can come to the shop and we can straighten everything out. Now, bro, I just need that refund. You charged me $60. I need you to just send me that $60. I stay strapped up. No exaggeration. Matter of fact, tonight, Check the story. Immediately after this live, go check my story. I'm going to post the screenshots from this actual engagement that I'm telling you about. Boom. I stay strapped up. Oh, okay. Now you threatening me with violence. Okay. Again, it's outside of Chicago, Roseland community, man. You know. But I'm minding my business. I'm a professional. I am Shada Barber, not Chicago dude, right? So boom. Right, I see right. So I'm like, all right, bet. I say, well, you have the address. Stay dangerous. And I blocked them. Just left it at that, right? I'm going to leave it at that because my integrity is in place, right? 2, I've minded my business. 3, I've given you opportunities to confirm if this is real or not. 4, if you came and got your haircut here, you know how to get back here, right? So come through and, you know, pop on by so we can, you know, we can talk about it or whatever you want to do, right? Of course, you don't hear nothing back from, well, I blocked them. So if it was real, you'd have reached out another way, but they didn't, whatever. But that's one scam. Another way people are going to try to scam you in the barbering industry. This is an old one. This is an old scam, but this is a real scam that's still a real thing out here. Around the holidays, especially Christmas, be careful for people trying to pass counterfeit money. It is still a thing. Don't think because you ain't seen them fake folded up $20 bills and $100 bills that they don't exist. They are here. They still here. People still flipping counterfeit money, still passing bad checks. All those things are still absolutely happening within the barbering industry. If you have, can you explain? Let me see. Question: have you tried out a digital blade? A digital gap blade? I have. I've tried digital gap blade and I've digital gap blades myself. If you don't know what I mean by digital gap and blades myself, look up Filthy Blends. PH, spelled Filthy, PH Blends. Go and check out his page. He actually has a digital gapping tool. It's a 3D printed base that you can go and get what's called a watch link remover. Put it in that base and you can digitally gap your own clippers at home. The digital gap thing, right? Let me tell you about that. That's genius marketing first, right? It's thought forward marketing. But digital gapping is nothing more than a industry hot phrase, right? It's verbiage that spikes the interest of the potential consumer. Digital gapping, zero gapping, gapping, closing, sharpening. Well, not sharpening, that's a totally different thing. But anything gap related, it's all the same. Digital gapping is just using the implementation of tools, right? Maybe you got on some magnifying goggles or something, or you're looking through a screen, not a computer screen, but a magnification screen, you know, that digitally magnifies the closeness of the blades and you able to get it down to a precise number. So in essence, you have digitally gapped the blade, right? I'm trying not to say gimmick, right? It's not a gimmick. It's selective verbiage. But digital gapping and zero gapping, all that shit is the same. Don't be fooled by that. It's all the same. So boom, back to the potential scams out here, right? Bad checks, counterfeit money. It's a thing. Counterfeit money, that's how they're going to come at you with counterfeit money, right? 2 ways. The first way, the most common way, the old school way, is when they trying to pass off bad money or fake money, they're going to rush you. It's going to be rushing. Typically, they're not going to be in there by themselves. It's going to be somebody else in there to continue a conversation, get combo going. And when they go to pay you, it's going to be a rush situation. Like they either trying to rush to get out, or somebody's trying to rush to get in your chair, or somebody else is trying to garner your attention while you're trying to complete that transaction. If you aren't familiar with this setup and scheme, or you're a newer barber, you know, it's the rush of the holiday, you just trying to keep your rhythm and not get behind, or you just got caught flat. What will happen is the rush, the intensity of that moment of rush, because, you know, it'll pick up real fast. you'll miss the fact that somebody handed you a fake $20 bill. Somebody handed you a $100 bill, and you done broke off change. Well, what you've done is you've given your money away, right? You've given your time away, you've given a service away, and you reached in your pocket and gave back change, which means you've given your money away. So they done robbed you 3 times. Be wary of that. If you are a barber or a stylist that take checks, I just advise don't take them during the holidays. I just wouldn't take them. Don't even take them. If you have a client and this is all they do is pay with checks and y'all got an established relationship, that's something totally different. If y'all built up that trust, cool. If it's somebody new you ain't never met before, absolutely not. I'm not taking your check. You can forget it. I would also be careful with Cash App. Cash App during the holidays is another point of vulnerability for barbers. Cash App, there's no way to verify, deny, or dispute transactions through Cash App. Like, they have a contact Cash App, and what they gonna do? Send your ass an auto message? Like, they not finna really, you can't pick up the phone and call nobody. It's not like your bank, right? It's not secured like your bank, right? Do you take debit card? I do, but I take debit card through Square. If you pay through Square, my money is secure. If you pay through Square, your money is secure. Square is like, what's another? Venmo. Venmo is very secure. Square is secure. I would shy away from Apple Pay. For me, Apple Pay is just an inconvenience because I'm gonna forget it's there and that money just gonna sit. Anything you're comfortable attaching to your business bank account is where I would take my money. If you're not comfortable attaching your Square and all that stuff to your business bank account, don't take your money there. Only take your money where you're secure with your money being. I do as well with Square, and I've been hit twice with hackers through Square. That's crazy. I haven't been hit with Square. I used Square for about 2 years, then I stopped using them for the convenience of Cash App. And then I got back on Square once I reordered my business and put things on a more automated system. I went back to Square, and I haven't had a problem with Square. But I would say this, if you had a bad experience with Square, don't allow me or anybody else to convince you that it's safe to use. Only you know what's comfortable and what's convenient for you, right? Don't jeopardize your money during the holidays. There's going to be a lot of people out here trying to get in your pockets, bro. Here's another scam. This is a quick one. This is a real quick, easy peasy, really testing you kind of scam too. This is a scam that can pull you out of your character. This is a scam that could disrupt your reputation in your community or in your city as a barber. This is a scam that could get you removed out of a shop, right? If you don't handle it right. And it's a scam that happens all year long. So this one here, oh baby, this is a 12 months, a year kind of situation with this scam. They'll sit in your chair, walk in, whatever, first time booking. If you don't charge before book, whatever. They'll sit in your chair, talk you up, be great conversationalists, seem like they good, down to earth people, right? Building up trust. What they're doing is getting your guards to do this. They're getting them guards to come down. You're going to cut their hair. You're going to bless them because all us stylists and barbers know when we cut somebody for the first time, the most important thing to me is actually providing the best. So I'm trying to put on the best haircut you ever had in your life. So I'm pulling all my tricks out of my bag because that haircut is an opportunity for you to come back. And if I can get you to come back, I've turned a walk-in or a first-time client into a lifetime client, or potentially, right? So after you get through cutting and everything, they're gonna be like, oh man, okay, I love this, bro. Damn, let me run to the car real quick. Or y'all got an ATM around here? You got an ATM in here? They charge. If you do got an ATM, they're like, they charge. How much your ATM charge? Nah, bro. I'm gonna just run to the ATM. I'll be right back. And you'll never see them again. You've just given them a free Christmas credit. Okay, so that's another scam. That's another little way people could hit you. The mother with children, the single mom with children with the leggings on. Be careful, fellas. Be careful. She is not in there to get her kids haircut. Sometimes she in there to try to get you off your square so she can get out of you what she can get out of you. And this one I wouldn't call so much of a scam as more of a hustle. It's a hustle, right? Sometimes it's gonna happen. You're gonna have them women coming there. They're gonna have them leggings on. They know what they look like, right? They know what they look like. They know what they present themselves as. They know all that. and they coming in there and they're preying on your vulnerability. They preying on your lust of the flesh, okay? They're playing on your lust of the flesh. They see that you a barber. They checking you. Preferably, they want you to be married, because married men look more than single men do sometimes. It is what it is, right? So if you're married, they really gonna target you, because they know, or they assume that you're not in a position to mess up what you got, right? So you ain't gonna make a fuss. So they're gonna be smiling in your face and all kind of stuff, right? But what they trying to do is they trying to trick you out your spot, my guy. If you keep your mind on your bread, you ain't got to worry about none of that. At the end of the day, it don't matter how they look. It don't matter how much they smiling in your face. It don't matter none of that. Keep your mind on your bread. You ain't got to worry about all that, right? That's another little finesse. And I ain't going to go too deep into that, because we all know what that is. Laugh out loud, single money got me once. I'll pay you Friday. I've never seen that again. Oh, big facts. Big facts. And what she'll do is they going to come in. You're going to be cutting their kid hair. It's going to be their first time in there. You're going to be trying to blaze the cut. But at the same time, sometimes as men, we have weaknesses to women, or especially attractive women, stroking your ego, maintaining conversation with you, or presuming to have interest in you, right? And that's not a bad thing. That's you're human, right? You're a human being. You're a human man on top of that, right? That doesn't mean that you a disloyal, unfaithful person. That just means that you're a human being. So if someone's giving you that kind of attention, sometimes it can be easy to be swayed to get your mind off of your bread, right? And you start, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? You showing more teeth in the shop than you showed ever. You know what I'm saying? You smiling and shit. She smiling and shit. End of the day, she tell you, oh yeah, let me run to the ATM. Come on, little John. And you never see her little John ass never again, because she done just finessed a little $30, $40, $50 right up out your pocket, right? And it stole your time. That's something else I want to say. Remember, whenever somebody gets something from you, they didn't just steal once. They stole from you twice, because they taking your service and they taking your time. They taking your payment and they taking your time, right? 3 times. They taking your payment, they taking your time, and they taking the potential client that could have came that was actually sitting there for real, wanted to get their haircut and pay you for it. So bear that in mind, right? The biggest way to avoid any of these scams or any of these hustles that I just named on this live, right? And it's a whole lot more out there. I'm actually interested if anybody else has live, which is going to lead me to my next point. But the biggest way to avoid any of those situations is when you are at work, when you on that clock, right? We as barbers, we don't do this. We don't punch a clock, right? But when you behind that chair, you gloved up, it's clients in the shop, you inside the barber shop atmosphere, you got your cape on, even if you a mobile barber and you at somebody's crib or you wherever you are cutting hair, whenever you are in barber mode, you are on the clock. You hear me? You on the clock. You are in your career. You're operating within your work, right? The biggest way to avoid any scam, being on the clock or anywhere else, is keep your mind on your money. Keep your mind on your bread. Mind your business. Mind your business. As long as you're doing that, you won't get caught up in those scams. You won't get caught up in no finesses or none of that. And another, like I said earlier, whenever something like that presents itself, always maintain your professionalism, because at the end of the day, if you, Jonathan Majors, that's an example right there. As soon as you don't mind your business, and as soon as you let somebody and their energy trick you out your spot, you will become Jonathan Majors. I'm going to tell you how. Let me give you a little example. To you. Let's say you as a barber, right? You done put in your time, you done built up your clientele, and your name is buzzing in your community. Buzzing enough where people identify you. What's going on? Merry Christmas, Happy Wednesday. People identify you as a good barber, an honest barber, a consistent barber, a committed barber. You love the barbering. That's a barber, right? They call you a barber, right? Boom. You've built up that identity from your work ethic and minding your business, right? This is how quick you can slip and have that disrupted. People will come to you because of this persona that you've created from your work ethic and your time in doing it, your consistent time in doing it. Let's say, for instance, you go to Walmart. We all love good old Wally World. Let's say you go to Walmart. Boom, you go to Walmart. You finna get you some Got to Be, some white tees, and what else you gonna get out of Wally? Because you know you gotta hit that, and some chicken strips, because you know you gotta hit that food section while you in there, right? You go get you some Got to Be, some white tees, and some chicken strips. Bang, bang, you in and out of there, right? On your way out, the little dude or woman or whoever at the door that checked the receipts can't see your receipt. And you sharp. And today is the holiday, so he or she didn't had a bad day. They didn't just had a lot of people giving them a lot of bad energy. So this particular day, they're going to stop you because they want to check your receipt, right? Hey, hold up. Man, I need to see. I need to look in your bag. And from that situation, you get into an altercation with them, right? And they decide to power trip and get the police involved, and they call the police. Now, the police get involved, you getting held there until the police get there, all because you had a verbal altercation with the receipt checking person. Let's just say, hypothetically, somebody else is in that Walmart that witnesses this, and they recognize you because you are the barber. You're the barber. Ain't that damn, ain't that And as barbers, all of us doing something signature to burn our identity in the minds of potential clients and clients that we already have established. So you're going to stand out. Oh, ain't that da-da-da-da-da. Come to find out, you got accused of stealing. Now it's being circulated around your city that you be stealing from Walmart. You a thief. You be stealing. They caught you stealing out of Walmart. And unfortunately, it doesn't matter the truth of the story. What matters is how somebody else or somebody else's perception of the story becomes your reality, right? So now they telling other people that you've been stealing, and he got caught stealing. He a barber, but he must be doing bad with his finances because he sure be stealing. I heard he be stealing out of Walmart. Yeah, I heard he be stealing all the time. You know how that it'll just snowball, right? Well, what'll start happening? What happens if your clients start firing you? Your books start getting short. It ain't people coming in there no more because the people that thought you was the loyal, consistent, honest barber, they didn't got this breeze in the wind, probably from another hating ass barber that heard this story, that really know you, right? That you be stealing. If it's anything like a game of telephone, we get worse, we'll spread. Facts. So boom. It's like you said, it got worse as it spread. Now, them days you was booked out getting light because you've got this thing associated with you, right? And I say Jonathan Majors because we all saw that video. We all heard about the text messages that supposedly got leaked and all that. But at the end of the day, Jonathan Majors was on the receiving end of what I like to call a good old-fashioned life ass whooping, okay? Everybody in here that's watching this live right now has been in an experience, and I'm not, let me say this, in no way, shape, form, or fashion am I condoning putting your hands on nobody, man or woman, or have somebody put their hands on you, man or woman. I'm not condoning that shit at all. But what I am saying is, anybody on here right now, any adult on here right now, you've been on the receiving end of a good old life ass whooping. You done been on the receiving end of one. It may not have hit you as heavy as an assault case, but you done been on one where them damn bills ain't been paid, or your car done broke down, or your kids getting on your nerves, or you hurt, your body hurting where you can't physically do what you need to do. You're mentally fatigued. You're physically fatigued. I got bags under my eyes now. You hear me? What I'm saying is, everybody that been on the receiving end of a good old-fashioned life ass whooping. However, due to the world that we live in now, it don't matter what you going through. The perception of what somebody else identifies as your situation becomes your reality, especially when you're in the business for yourself. And if you're not keeping your mind on your business, people will trick you out your spot. Just like that. So I want you to make sure that you got your eyes out, get your mind on your business, keep your eyes forward, and be mindful of what comes out your mouth. Because just because you're in a position to lose a lot, people will try to put you in a position to risk it all. Heard it. I'm going to say it again. Just because you're in a position to lose a lot, there are some people in the world who will try to force you in a position to risk it all. That's why you got to make sure you're listening with your ears, paying attention with your eyes, keeping your mind on your business, and be mindful of what comes out of your mouth. Outside of that, you'll be straight. You'll be good. You'll be all right. Is that Trey Leroy? Trey Leroy. What's up, man? How you doing, man? I love that name. I'm going to tell you, bro. You have got top 5 names on Instagram. I love that name. Let me see what else. Oh, what I wanted to tell y'all. Something I want to start doing, right? And I want y'all to hear this. Something we want to start doing with the podcast is this, right? Right now, we're in a rebuilding phase. Well, not rebuilding, but we're kind of rebranding and getting some things together, getting some of the capturing of video and audio together. Ash is doing things in Illinois. I'm doing things in Tennessee. And we're going to come back together at the beginning of the year, and we're going to really push this thing forward as far as we can do it. Something I want to start doing, that I think will be super dope. So, why don't we have something in barbering like the strawberry letter? What I want you to do, I'm going to start posting it. If you got some outrageous barbering stories, or you got some outrageous things that you done seen, you done witnessed, or some stories you done heard that's done happened within the barbering community, what I want you to do, female co-host, hell yeah, what the fuck you talking about? What's up? We can start that now. You hear me? Because up until the new year, you see, I've been hosting this thing by myself. I could use a personality on here to help me so I don't feel crazy looking at my phone, feel like I'm talking to myself. You hear me? So we definitely could talk about that. But what I want you to do is, I want y'all to, if you can think of any stories or you heard any stories or anything, I'm going to push this a lot now. You're going to see this a lot from the I Cut My Way Out podcast page everywhere. I want you to write, right? And let me tell you how easy this is for all you lazy people in here. You don't have to type it with your fingers. All you got to do is hit that little mic at the bottom of your text, and you can talk it into your phone. Your phone will type it for you. You heard me? There. Type it, talk it, send it, right? I want you to send the stories you done seen and you done experienced. And I'm going to go and scour the web, and I'm going to try to find some myself. The more ridiculous, the better, right? And what I'm going to do is, when we go on live with the I Cut My Way Out podcast and the future female co-host, Miss Barbie Pink Barbie, what we going to do, Miss Barbie Pink Barber, I'm sorry. What we going to do is we're going to read that story out, and we are going to react to that story. We're going to lend advice from them stories. We're going to analyze them stories. And if it's just flat out ridiculousness, we are going to ridicule those stories. So write them stories. I think it'll be super fun. It'll be super dope, because some of the most interesting things that I've ever heard and seen in my life have happened in the barbershops and in salons. And those are stories that, unfortunately, you'd have had to be there to see it. You'd have had to be there to hear it. But this is, I think, is an interesting, creative way to bring those stories back out and give them some life and create some experiences and memories amongst each other. I think one of the things that's underwhelming about social media that people don't really hold tight enough is social media is a place where you can create a bond and connection with somebody clear across the globe, and you never have to meet them in person. You've never met them in person, but for some reason you got a connection with them, you got a bond with them. Social media can create that. I think it's on us. It's responsibility of us, the users of social media and the consumers of social media, to make sure that we continue to creatively create those bonds. I think that is a way to creatively create those bonds. So that's one thing. Let's see what else. What else I want to talk about? What else was I coming on here to talk about? How long have I been on here? It's been 30 minutes. So yeah, that's really it, man. I came on here. I don't know if you know it, but you know, your boy got a little brand ambassador action going with Hyper Dope water resistant color enhancement. We'll talk about that for the last 4 minutes on here, I'm going to talk about that real quick. What is Hyperdope water resistant color enhancement? It is exactly what it says it is. HD water resistant color enhancement. So it's a lot of enhancement products out here on the market. The market is saturated with them, right? Absolutely saturated with enhancement products. A lot of those products claim to be water resistant or long lasting. But as we all know, they're not. A lot of them are oil-based. Oil-based on oily skin, not going to last long. You can create, I was creating my own enhancement in the shop with Kiss, Express, and I've done it with, what's the other one? The Beijing in the bottle, in the squeeze bottle with alcohol. I've done them water-based. I've done them with deionized water that has no minerals in it. I've tried it all. And I've also tried a few other water-resistant color enhancements. Now, I'm not going to bash nobody else's company because I'm not about that, right? But in the other water-resistant color enhancements that I've tried, or these were actually claiming to be waterproof color enhancements that I've tried, while the coverage were good on them, the colors were good on them, none of them lasted once you put that head under the water. Once you put that head under the water, it will rub right off just like the rest of them. Once you sprayed it on and you dried it and you take a white neck strip and wipe it, it'd be all over the neck strip. And I'm not talking about little particle residuals or little pieces of your fibers that you done layered on there. I'm talking about it'll be on the neck strip and you can see where it then came off. It didn't stain the skin. It stained the top of the skin. It didn't stain the skin. So when I got my hands on my first bottle, it was a trial bottle of the Hyperdope. And I tried it out. First thing that threw me off was I put it in my air gun and I sprayed it, and the mist was immediate. Like, it didn't clog. It wasn't thick. It didn't lay down a thick layer. I like that because when I add my enhancements, I like to add my enhancements in layers. I don't like to go too heavy because it gets messy, and that's just a problem. It's problematic for everything, right? Got any clippers giving away? Hit me up, just saying. I might do. You know, we done got to 10K on IG, so once we get to like, I don't know, 10.5 or something like that, I'll probably do a clipper giveaway. I got a bunch of clippers that I can give away, most definitely. So, you know, be on the lookout for it. I appreciate you. Keep reminding me of it, too, because I might, you know, throw a little clipper giveaway right up on Christmas, too, so that'll be perfect. But, yeah, so once I use the enhancement, it sprayed out in layers, right? I like that. That was my first thing I liked. Second thing I liked was once I dried it. After adding my fibers and I dried it, because, you know, you add your fibers to your enhancements to dole out that shine. Anything coming out of an airbrush is going to have some shine on it, right? It's not natural as far as pigment of skin, right? After I put my fibers on it, dried it, I was able to take my comb and comb through it, and it wasn't moving. I'm like, damn, okay. I'm not used to that, but okay, cool. It ain't moving. I like that. So, boom. I do the wipe test. Damn, I like that too. Bet. Take it to the shampoo bowl. And this is where it blew my mind away. I got a video on my page right now. Check my story. I'll put that up there. First, it'll be those screenshots, right? Or that text message I told you about. And then I'll put that video on my story. But I put it under the bowl and boom. Nothing. Ain't nothing come off. So I'm like, all right, bet. I like this. I like this. I'm rocking with this. Now, I'm going to tell you why I was scared at. What I was scared at is when I put it in my airbrush gun, used it a whole day, and then I left it in my airbrush gun overnight. And I went home, came back, opened up my airbrush gun, look in it, and it has a green residue around it. I'm livid. I'm like, oh man, it's done changed colors and yada, yada, yada. And I reached out, tried to find out what's going on. Something went wrong. I don't want to spray this on my clients. And that's when they broke down the science of it to me. The fact that they took the time to break down the science of the product, how it works, why it would do that. And if you don't know, if you've never heard of it, look up oxidation. Look up oxidation. Just Google the definition of oxidation. And you'll understand that if you leave something in your air gun is no longer sealed. Once it's no longer sealed, airtight, right? And you've been running air through it all day. Once it's no longer sealed, every time that gun is bubbling, running air through it, you're oxidizing that product. If you let that then settle with that oxygen in it and let it sit over time, what will happen is the elements in it will separate, or it'll react with the metals and separate, right? And it'll oxidize. Oxidization is the same thing as kind of like what happens if you leave water in a metal can. It'll oxidize. Anyway, they explained everything to me. And when they explained everything to me, that was something that ain't no company never did, right? If you ever had any experience in the barbering industry, you can have something not work. And I've had experiences with big clipper companies. I've had experiences with product lines where something doesn't work as advertised, or my understanding of how it's supposed to work wasn't particularly clear on my end. And I reached out to get a better understanding, and crickets, you get nothing. Like no response at all. So for them to take their time out and explain it to me really won me over in regards to, okay, I'm definitely going to try it the way they suggest using it, because I'm like everybody else. I just open a box and start using it out the box. I ain't reading no instructions, right? So I'm going to definitely try it the way they suggest using it and see what results I get then. If the results aren't up to my expectations of the expectation that they set, then I ain't gonna rock with it. I'm gonna just find something else. And it was consistent. I've been using it ever since. That's when I reached out to him. I was like, man, I know y'all a new company. Holla at your boy. I'm trying to, you feel me? I love your product. I'm trying to do whatever I can to continue to use this product for the low. What can I do for you? How can I be of assistance to you? So yeah, that's how we got plugged in with that. So if you haven't tried, I would highly suggest trying it. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a brand ambassador for them. I'm saying that because I believe in the product that they put out. I stand by. I use it every day. The results of what I do with that product, I put out publicly every single day. And also, because of them taking their time to explain that to me, I think I helped them with creating something with enhancements that ain't never been done before. Now, often you'll get an enhancement and you can go and watch barbers that's using it. You can go on YouTube and watch their tutorials on how they do their shit. And you gotta watch it and kind of break down and dissect the video. Every time you purchase a bottle of the Hyperdope color enhancement, I have created a tutorial on not only how to use the enhancements to get the best results and do your water test. I put together a tutorial start to finish on every step that I take when I do every lining that I do. So you'll not only have the product that I use, but you'll also have the steps that I use to get the results that I do with every client that I do it on. And here's the added element of that. I didn't just create that video and throw that joint on YouTube and let you go find it. Every time you purchase a bottle of the Hyperdope, they send you that video as well as another video I created on how to avoid oxidation, how to keep your airbrush gun clean, how to maintain it, how to purge it if you ever do forget it and leave it overnight. We all have done it, right? If you own an airbrush gun, you know what it feel like to make that mistake of leaving it overnight. They send you both of those videos. So you get the product, you get a tutorial on how to use the product. The tutorial also includes on every step that I take to get the crispiest lines on IG, I'm just saying. And you also get a video on how to maintain your airbrush gun and how to get the absolute maximum yield out of the purchase that you made. The investment you made, there's a video and it explains how to maximize the yield of that investment. Show me a company doing that. Ain't nobody else doing it, bro. They're not doing it. So I think it's a superior product, but you have to go find out for yourself. Outside of that, I appreciate you joining me on the live tonight. I've been Shot Barber. You've been amazing. If you have any questions, concerns, if you have any suggestions on things that you want to see with the I Cut My Way Out podcast, if you have any suggestions on things you want to see with the content creator, if you need help creating content, I do offer assistance with that. There is a small fee, right? If we gonna talk for a long time and I'm gonna give you all the games, small fee. Your voice. What you mean? You can't hear me? Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. That'd be crazy if I did all that talking and you can't hear me. But outside of that, just hit me in the inbox, man. I'm not like these Instagram people on here, bro, that you hit them in the inbox and they don't respond. You hit me in the inbox, I'm gonna respond to you. So hit me in the inbox and we figure that thing out. James Johnson, JJ, my big homie, my boy. So yeah, I've been Shot a Barber. Y'all been good. Yeah, I get you. Okay, cool. I've been Shot a Barber. Y'all been great. I'm out of this thing. Peace.